Listen, people, what I say. Let's come together and find a way. With harmony, standing hand in hand. Let's come together, let's come together, let's come together like a rock and roll band.
You're listening to Singer-Songwriter's Perspective. I'm your host, John Michael Ferrari, talking about my perspective on songwriting and the stories behind my songs. Also, today, music producer Pepper J will be speaking with Los Angeles-based pop artist, model, singer-songwriter Kel Adore about her new hit, Fool for Pain. And also, Nashville singer-songwriter, my beautiful friend, Brandi MacLaren, singing I Surrender. Even though we record in Nashville, I've never really considered myself a country singer. In my career, I've performed with rock and roll bands, sung show tunes, played in front of orchestras, sat in the corner of steakhouses, and played my guitar. I love 70s and country music, with the early bubblegum pop feel. So I kind of combine them all together with the stories of my life. But here's a song that does ask the question, do you like country music?
Do you like country music? It's a favorite of mine. Puppy dogs and pizza, sound of music makes me cry. What would it take to be your guy? Whatever kind of loving you need, I'd be willing to try. I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you. Take another shot straight to my heart every time I do. I love the sun in your hair, the glow in your eyes, it's true. I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you. Do you like old movies? They're a favorite of mine. Butter top corn, Clint Eastwood, and hot French fries. What would it take to be your guy? Whatever kind of loving you need, I'd be willing to try. I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you. Take another shot straight to my heart every time I do. I love the sun in your hair, the glow in your eyes, it's true. I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you. Don't you wanna come on too strong? Don't wanna wait too long. Just your name, honeymoon preference, and your favorite song. Well, I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you. Take another shot straight to my heart every time I do. I love the sun in your hair, the glow in your eyes is true. I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you. I keep falling all over myself, falling all over you.
I keep falling all over myself. There was a third verse we didn't use. It was, Let's Fly to Paris, where Audrey sang, on the cobblestone sidewalk near the French Cafe. I got the idea after watching Funny Face with Audrey Hepburn, where she was singing on the cobblestone sidewalk near the French Cafe. But in my live performances, I often throw in the extra verses. Our guest today is a 20-year-old singer-songwriter pop artist who has a natural gift for visual storytelling and is quickly gaining popularity and just completed a virtual charity tour benefiting hunger relief. Please welcome music producer Pepper J. interviewing Kel Adore.
Please welcome to the show, Kel Adore. Hi, Kel.
Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for having me today. What an intro.
John Michael Ferrari and I were sitting here for quite some time enjoying your songs, and we can't wait to learn about them. What made you choose music over economics?
You know, it's interesting. I started writing songs from a really young age. I mean, ever since I can remember, I was making up little things, just messing around. And then as I got to maybe around 7, I think was the first time I actually kind of wrote my own song. It was horrible, but I did. And, music was always a part of my life growing up. And I think once I kind of was nearing the end of high school, I actually graduated early. I was figuring out what to do. And I just decided to take the more practical route, the more traditional route, and I think that I felt like a little lost of how to actually go about pursuing a career in music at the time. So got a degree in economics, and I'm grateful for it because obviously, there's a lot of business in music as well. But, at some point I just could not scratch that itch for music. And so it led me back to where I am today, and I just said, you know what? This is my life, and I want to make sure that I'm fulfilled and, really pursuing my purpose, and that's got to include music. So here I am today.
Well, it's certainly working out for you, that's for sure. Your first release is at the end of 2021, Fool for the Pain. Yes. Fool for the Pain. What an amazing title.
You got
it. Tell me about that. How did that come about?
This song, it's funny, was inspired by actually a paper I wrote in 9th grade, was when the original kind of nut of the idea sparked. And I had read the book, The Things They Carried, in my class, and we had to write this paper about just kind of the things that we carry in our lives. And I had a family member that went through some tough times, really, I won't get into it too deep, but just really hard relationship stuff with her and her baby. And it just kind of made me realize there's so much that goes on underneath the surface sometimes. And so, fast forward to Fool for the Pain, it kind of explores this idea of the things that we kind of carry and also the things that we continue to go back to, even when it's things or people who might harm us. It's like being a fool for it. You hear, I'm a fool for love, but there's also, I think, kind of the darker side, which is fool for the pain that it brings.
Wow, that's very heavy. I've seen some of the reviews.
Really deep, I know.
I've seen some of the reviews. They're excellent, and they really, rightfully so, talk about your amazing storytelling skills and the way you put together lyrics. Does that come easy for you?
Thank you for the compliment. I think I just rewrite the heck out of everything. So lyrics and melodies at the same time will kind of come to my mind throughout the day, or just I'll always have my phone to record a voice memo when I need it. But yeah, I'm glad that the lyrics are resonating, because that's something I just go back to the drawing board time and time again and really rewrite it, because it is important that story flows, and it's important that it's not just my story or someone else's story, but it can be the listener's story. So I would say it comes naturally, but it takes effort and it takes work, and it's not just drops out of the sky. I wish it did.
Well, let's take a listen to Fool for the Pain by Kel Adore.
Head on, eyes down, and a little bit of says she doesn't belong. 3 years lost memory. Now she's crying on the floor. She's no better than me. Have you lost your way now? Have you? And you got any flames when you shouldn't have to. Ooh, let me rescue, let me rescue you. Let me rescue, let me rescue. I can tell how you ain't quite yourself now. Let me rescue, let me rescue. Why is it I only feel alive when I'm close to the edge and further from light? Down on my knees, always sin as a saint, desperate for love and a fool for the pain. Why is it I always lose control? If my body's a temple, I gave up my soul. Down on my knees, always sin as a saint, desperate for love and a fool for the pain. And now you've done it again, but still I let you back in like nothing ever happened. But we both know it happened. She invited you in, her lipstick stained on your skin like you were for the taking. And now my hands are shaking. Why is it I only feel alive when I'm close to the edge and further from light? Down on my knees, always sin as a saint, desperate for love and a fool for the pain. Why is it I always lose control? If my body's a temple, I gave up my soul. Down on my knees, always sin as a saint, desperate for love and a fool for the pain.
Welcome back. Wow, Kel, that's just such a strong song. Isn't it wonderful
Thank
how
you.
everyone is responding to it so positively?
You know, I'm so grateful for all of the positive responses I've gotten. I actually had one person who, I think he lives in Eagle, Idaho, and after I released Fool for the Pain, he sent me a video clip of just him going to this winery and saying, you need to play this song. And then he sat on the back patio while they played my music. And I was just so touched that this person I'd never met would kind of go out of their way to share and spread my music. So definitely appreciate everyone who's had a positive response to the song.
Absolutely. I had a positive response to the song. Tell us about your songwriting. How do you go about it? Is it lyrics first, music first? Does it just hit you? Does it take a while?
Every song is a little bit different. So with Fool for the Pain, I think that the first kind of thing that hit me was the first verse, hat on, eyes down, and a little bit of blood on her blue nightgown. I just loved the visuals of that so much. But once I had that, you know, we had to figure out how is this, because I did co-write this with my producer. We had to figure out how is this going to build and resolve, and then also how is the story going to progress. So, you know, we really think about setting the scene, and this song in particular, we wanted it to feel like there was a camera just watching this all kind of go down. And that really inspired how the lyrics came to be. Yeah, I would say I also do a little bit of just like humming and singing on top of different beats or with my guitar, and sometimes the melody comes out. So it just depends, really.
It's a big jump going from just singing at home to being a professional singer. Who is your music producer?
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Brett Pemberton with Prophecy Productions is my producer, and he actually scouted me over the pandemic. He found me on TikTok. One of his employees found me. His name's Carlo Sebastian. And they reached out. We started just kind of talking, you know, virtually, and started the courting process, so to speak. And we found that we really resonated with each other's style and just perspective and goals. That's really important when you're looking for a collaborator or someone to produce your stuff, I think having a similar vision is important. And Brett and I definitely have kind of this creative chemistry that really works for us. So he's very talented, and definitely the song would not be what it is without him.
That sounds fabulous. I love that. How would you describe your music to someone?
You know, I would say the common thread in my music is that it's emotional. And right now, as a new artist, I'm still exploring my sound. So, you know, Fool for the Pain is very kind of gothic and dark pop in a way, whereas Happy Again starts to introduce these tropical, kind of mystical, open vibes that was really fun to just change it up. You know, I think it fit having the upbeat and kind of lighthearted track mixed with the devastating lyrics that you just heard. And that contrast is really what I think makes it interesting.
Kel Adore, I'm so impressed.
Thank you. I really feel like I'm sharing a piece of my heart through my music. So I just really appreciate anyone who listens and just is willing to kind of sit down with me and hear my stories and just be a part of it.
Where can people go to connect with you? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of those things.
Yes, all of the above. So my website is keladore.com. And you can also find me at Kel Adore Music on Instagram, and then I'm at Kel Adore on TikTok and pretty much everywhere else. So you'll find me there. And if you have listened today and you've come from this way, please send me a DM. I'd love to say hi. I love to chat with people, and thanks so much for having me.
And thank you, young lady. Kel is Kel, Adore, Adore, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but I adore you. I do.
I love it.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm Pepper J. I'll look forward to more great stuff from you.
Thank you so much, Pepper. I appreciate it.
You're listening to Songwriter's Perspective. I'm your host, John Michael Ferrari. Breathing alone, first night without you, lying here alone in a bed for two. After my discharge from the Army, my girlfriend and I moved into a small apartment in Northern California, in a small town called Concord. I was in my early 20s. We've been together since we were 16, and one day we had a disagreement, which turned into an argument. I'm not sure what the argument was about, but she blurted out, "I want to go home." I said, "This is your home." She said, "No, I want to go home." I said, "Fine, I'll take you to the Greyhound station." On the way to the station, it never occurred to me that I would never see this young, beautiful girl again. That incident has haunted me to this day. I watched the Greyhound bus take you away today. The look on your face as you gave me a wave. Your eyes never put blame as the bus pulled out into the rain. I ran after you, called out your name, Carolina, please stay. That I can do is to sing this song for you. Who can blame a broken heart writing another hurt love song? Who can blame a broken heart? Who can blame her lonely soul? Changed my world and tore it apart. Oh, can blame a broken heart.
too. You're on your way to Tennessee. How I wish you were here with me, lying by my side. I'm gonna dream of you tonight. There's a knock on the door. I jump out of bed. You're standing there cold, oh soaking wet. I heard you call my name, Carolina, in the rain. Breathing alone, breathing alone, dreaming alone.
Unfortunately, I found out that she had passed away just a few years ago. You're listening to Songwriter Perspective. I'm your host, John Michael Ferrari. I had the pleasure of performing with this next singer-songwriter guest at the famous Nashville Alley Taps. She's beautiful, talented, and my friend singing I Surrender, produced by Pete Salas. Please welcome Brandi MacLaren.
I can't do this on my own. Everything I thought I knew was wrong. Please, God, take your hands and heal my broken heart. I wanna live my life right. Show me where to start. And I will lift my flag of white. I bow down, I give up the fight. I will turn away from you no more. I surrender. I surrender. This pain's too great for my soul to bear. Please hold me close to you now, 'cause I'm scared. And take my grief in my darkest hour. I'm nothing now, God, you have all the power. And I will lift my flag of white. I bow down, I give up the fight. And I will turn away from you no more. I surrender. Oh, I surrender. Oh, I do. Oh, I surrender. Oh, I surrender.
Thank you, Brandi MacLaren. I've been asked to mention that yes, sheet music from my album titled My Early Life Songbook is available on Amazon for $10. Easy music for piano, vocal, and guitar chords. Take a listen on YouTube for the melodies. My Early Life Songbook, available on Amazon. Spending time in Paris was exciting and memorable. Pepper J. was asked to be a keynote speaker at the Arts for Peace fashion show held high in the Eiffel Tower Ballroom Tower. During the event, I watched one of the celebrity models with her entourage move in my direction. As she got closer, I gently stepped forward in her path and said hi. She had a shy, inquisitive look on her face to who I was. I introduced myself. She took a step closer and asked, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a songwriter." I could see she was searching her memory banks to make some kind of sense on why this person was talking to her. And then I asked her the question, "What do you do?" And she smiled and said, "I am a dream girl. I like to dream." With a pleasant smile, she said in French, "Nice to have met you." And from that encounter came this song, "You're My Dream Girl."
If love were a stranger, it couldn't pass you by without a look or a gaze, a dream or a sigh. And I know why, I know why. You're a dream girl, you're a dream girl. You're my DREA. Chez mon chéri, and the crown you wear, beauty lights your eyes, is so beyond compare. And I know why, I know why. You're a dream girl, you're a dream girl. You're my DREA.
I'd like to thank everyone for listening to Songwriter's Perspective. Each show will go more in depth about the music business and the benefits of being an independent artist and the stories behind the songs. Also, I'd like to thank our guest, Kel Adore, for being on our show. And if you get a chance, please check out her website. That's KELADORE.com. And thank you, Brandi MacLaren, and music producer Pepper J. And if you get a chance, check me out at johnmichaelferrari.com. You can also listen to more of my songs on Reverb Nation or Spotify. Until next time, remember, there's never a stranger in the audience.
Let's come together, let's come together, let's come together like a rock.